Hello, hello. Welcome. I'm Debbie Danford at craftiercreations.blogspot.com. Sorry, this is take two. I was going live and I kept refreshing my business page, but I was going live actually on my personal page. So not where I necessarily wanted to be going live, but so I had to go take that back off. And yes, we are live out here. So welcome. Happy Tuesday. Today I'm coming to you with the beautiful butterflies bundle, and it is on page, out of the new mini catalog, it is on page 38 and 39. As you can see, it's a beautiful stamp set. It's got a hybrid embossing folder and several dies that coordinate with it. And remember, right now going on during January until the end of February, we have Celebration, which is if you spend $60, you can earn a free item out of this catalog. We have some awesome stamp sets, a kit here, designer series paper. There's an embossing folder in here. We've got ribbon, bling, all kinds of things. And then if you want, and your order bumps to $120, there's the heart-shaped bundle you can get, or the corner in bloom. But honestly, if your order is up to $120, you should really think about joining Stampin' Up! And saving that 20% you can get. Because right now during Celebration, there's two different options. And you can spend the $99 plus tax, free shipping. And you can do one of two options. You can get your $125 in product plus this stamp set. And then you can pick two of the Stampin' Right marker packs, because there's a combination, or there's a total of 5 available, every color family we have, which this one is the better value because you get more out of it. You get a $91 value. Option 2 is you pay the $99 plus tax, free shipping, and you get the $125 in product plus an additional $30 in product if maybe you already had the Stampin' Right markers and you didn't want to go that route. So think about that if your wish list is more than that $100, because it's definitely worth joining to save that at least 20% that you would get. And we might be a small team, but we are mighty. We get together twice a month, every other Wednesday. We do Zoom meetings. Everything's virtual for me as far as meetings go, because I've got people that have moved all over the place. So we don't do them in person anymore, but yes, it's a great, great time to join Stampin' Up! So here's a picture of the stamp set here. And like I said, it comes with dies that cut out all of these things. And then there's 2 label dies. One of them we're going to use today. It also has this beautiful pack of designer series paper. It's 6x6, the beautiful bokeh. I think that's how you pronounce it, bokeh. I don't know. It was a question that my friend Tracie and I had, whether it was bouquet, bokeh, not sure. I was going to Google it and I forgot all about it. I'm highlighting this bundle this week for my Facebook Lives on Tuesday and Thursday, because Tracie and I are doing a East Meets West Creativity Kit class coming up on February 8th. That we are using this bundle. So I thought it would be nice to kind of show some potential cards that we might be making in that class. So just to show you the paper really quick, it comes in Balmy Blue, Berry Burst, Calypso Coral, Daffodil Delight, and Fresh Freesia. So here's the colors. And then you have one that has kind of a multicolor. And on the back, it's got, you know, a bunch of the different colors in it. But the front sides kind of have that bokeh effect to it. If you've ever done that, it's been around for a long time, but they're very pretty. And the back sides are more of a marbled look. So again, very, very pretty. And I've had a lot of fun playing with these. So here's the project we're going to make today. And I used the designer series paper, just stamped on it, and added some Wink of Stella, die cut some of the butterflies, you know, and stamped our phrase. Simple, but it's an easy peasy way to use the designer series paper. For today, I decided to pull in the Berry Burst instead of the Daffodil Delight, and I thought we would try a different color. Now, I was a little worried that it might be a little dark, and I did think about pulling in one of these other colors that has like this one here would look really good with that. Let me just see what else I have here. And like the back sides look a little different. Ooh, that would look really pretty. Now I'm debating as to which one to do. Actually, I think I'm going to use that one. Changed my mind. All right, which is okay. We're allowed to do that. So what I have here is I have a standard card base, 5.5 by 8.5. I have a piece of basic white for the inside, 4 by 5.25. I have a piece of basic black, 4 by 5.25. And as you can see, I've already die cut some of the butterflies and the bodies for it out of this because nobody's going to see it. So there's no point in not using that free landscape we have there. And then we're going to take this piece here and we're going to cut it down to 3 3/4 by 5. Just trying to decide how I want to cut. So I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer here. And we're going to cut at 5 first, right here. And these strips always come in handy. Don't toss these. These could be, you could make a scrappy strip card. There's lots of things you can do with the strips of paper. Also, these could be used for the inside if you didn't want to stamp on it. And then we're going to turn this and go to 3 3/4. Okay. And again, this 1 and 2.5, whatever is left here. What do we have left here? 2 1/4. 2 1/4 inch piece. Great piece for a card. Okay. So here's our piece of designer series paper, and I'm going to grab just a scrap piece of blotter paper to bring in to do some stamping on. The only two colors, now I did bring in the Berry Burst just in case, but I stamped all of this in Memento. Well, what little bit of stamping there is, it's really such an easy card. Not a whole lot of stamping. Because this butterfly is so big and bold, I put the ink to the paper versus sometimes when they're smaller, you go or not to the paper, to the stamp. When they're smaller, we tend to go stamp to ink pad, but in this case, I tend to do it the opposite. We want to ink that up really good. And let's see, this is going to go on here like this. So let's go ahead and I'm going to stamp this right down here, kind of like I did before, down here in the corner. And you could try to stamp the whole thing. You could put it at an angle. And of course, you could stamp more than one if you want. There's no right or wrong to it. And hopefully I got that inked up. Oh, yes. Oh, I like that on those. That's more of a fresh freesia and some really light calypso coral in there. But, oh, looks so pretty. Love it. Okay, so let's set that out of the way. Well, actually, we're not. We're going to bring in our inside piece, and we're going to go ahead and stamp that at the same time. See, this is how I did the inside. So let's go ahead and stamp that at the same time. Then we can set that aside. Excuse me. Because if you're like me, if you leave the ink pad open or the stamps laying around with ink on it, inevitably you will drop your project in it. At least that's what I do. I was actually at a class last Wednesday, and my sample got and I didn't have them in the little plastic sleeves, which I should have, and my sample got knocked over and it fell into the ink pad. You know, it's not the end of the world, but oh well, right? What are you going to do? Okay, so now we're just going to do a little bit of assembly here. Oh, this might be cut wrong. Let me double check this. This one should be 4 by 5 1/4, but it looks like it might be a little long. Yep, I didn't trim it quite right. Okay, easy fix. Okay, so now let's go ahead and attach our designer series paper to this black layer. And I'm just going to pull in some green mono glue here. You can use whatever your favorite adhesive is. I use a combination of either the mono glue or Stampin' Seal Plus. And of course, always use dimensionals. That is definitely my my go-to. I mean, it looks pretty already, just like that. Okay. Now I have a little bit of glue on the back, so I'm going to bring in my silicone mat just to lay this down on for a minute. And then I'm going to bring in my Wink Stella, because I did paint this whole little butterfly, this little guy with the Wink Stella. And I actually have some on a block, because I had to squirt some out yesterday, but I'm not sure this is, it might be dry, I don't know. But we'll go ahead and see here. And we'll just paint this up so he's all sparkly. And then we're going to paint our other little butterflies too with Wink Stella. Now, if you don't have a demonstrator, I can't remember if I said this. If you don't have a demonstrator, and if you don't have the catalogs, the mini, the celebration, or even our annual catalog, just message me, contact me, let me know, and I will get one sent out to you. Because I would love for you to get in on all the great deals we have going on right now with Celebration. I don't want you to miss out on that. We do it once a year, and it starts in January, and it ends February 28th this year. Last year we had an extra day because it was leap year, but not leap year this year. Okay, so there it is, all painted up with the Wink Stella. It's probably hard to see that, so I'm kind of tipping it so you can maybe see that. And then at the same time, now before I do that, let's bring these little guys in. And we're going to glue their little bodies on first, and then we'll paint them with Wink Stella. And all I do, I literally just put a little dot right here. And then just lay the body down and then paint it. Now, I've seen the body put in the front and in the back. I don't know which way's right or wrong. I would assume this is right because their wings are usually behind them, but you know, there's no right or wrong to it. We're stamping. We can do it any way we would like. Just picked that one back up. Okay. And welcome if you're joining me here live. Sorry, I'm not paying attention to that part. I don't think anybody is right now, but if you are, welcome. And if you're watching this on replay, don't forget to like, copy, share, because I do go share this out on my YouTube also. So if you're watching it on YouTube, make sure you like it, follow me, all those things. I would love to have you follow me. Like I said, I'm going to start going live on Tuesdays and Thursdays. My goal is 1 o'clock. I know that may not always work out perfectly in everybody's schedule, and that was why I hadn't actually put it out there, is because I had some other meetings that had been scheduled at some of those times. So I was trying to figure out exactly what times I was going to make it work. And I'm going to shoot for Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1 o'clock. Facebook Lives. And then, like I said, I do post it out on YouTube also. Okay. Now, I will post the link to our East Meets West Creativity Kit. I'll post all the info, and I'll post the registration link so that you have it in case you're interested. It is a virtual class. So my friend Tracie Evans Langley, she lives on the East Coast. I live on the West Coast. And we do a virtual class together, usually about once a quarter. We agree on a bundle we're going to use, and then we both make 4 projects. And then we usually offer some kind of bonus class to go along with it. You get half a pack of the Designer Series paper. You're going to get a roll of ribbon, a package of bling, and the supplies to make all the cards. So, whoops, forgot one. So it's a great, great class. We do it via Zoom/Facebook. So our last one we let everybody come on Zoom, and we tried it that way, and everybody liked being on Zoom with us. So we're going to go ahead and try it, and we'll be on Zoom, and it'll go live on the private Facebook group we create so that you can go back and watch it over and over and over if you want, or if you can't be there that day, you can watch it at your convenience. And the nice thing is you don't have to get dressed. You can be in your jammies any way you want. So yeah, I will share all those details. Before I get done here, let's just go ahead and I'm going to bring in the Berry Burst. And let me see if I have a Berry Burst on any of these. If not, I'll just grab one that's close. So I'm going to use Moody Mauve here. That color is going to be going away. Our 2023 to 2025 in colors will be going away here pretty soon at the end of April. So if you haven't stocked up on those, or maybe you bought the ink pads and didn't buy the refills, you definitely want to be doing that before they are gone. Because what happens once the catalog is going to retire is they tend to sell out very quickly, all the refills and stuff. So keep that in mind. So let's go ahead and stamp just some of these little bubbles. And some of it I'm stamping off, some of it I'm stamping full strength. You can do it however you want. So there's our inside piece. Now, at the same time that I have this little bubble, and I think the first generation is a little dark, so I'm going to go a little bit lighter with it. And I'm just randomly stamping some on here. Like I said, there's no right or wrong. Okay, so there we go. There's that. Let's close this up. All right, so now we can finish our assembly. And when I work on a card front, I don't burnish it until I'm done. So I leave it in this flat position right here because I feel like it is so much easier to assemble, because you're not trying to fight keeping this down and, you know, holding it down while you're trying to line everything up. If you keep it in this flat position like this, it's so much easier to line everything up, and then you can burnish it. All right. So let's go ahead and attach this, and this is the Stampin' Seal Plus. That's usually my go-to. Okay, so there's that. Now let's bring in the Memento, and I am going to go ahead and use the Happy Birthday again. And let's see, I'm going to cut part of the edge off. Sorry, I got to get down here and see what I'm doing. There. There's that. Now what we're going to do is take and add a little bit of adhesive to the back of this. And then all I did is took part of that and had a corner sticking out. Now you could cut it in half and have one sticking out on each end, but I liked having, I think I got ink on my finger. I liked having a straight edge this time, but I've already attached it to here, so I'm going to have to just kind of eyeball it as to where I want to trim it. And you can either trim it, you can bring in your trimmer, you can use scissors. You know, if you're worried you can't cut it straight, just bring in your trimmer and, you know, just cut off that little piece you want to cut off. Just like that. It's nice and straight. I don't know about you, but I can't always cut straight with scissors. Don't know why, but that's just how it is for me. Now let's bring in our favorite, the dimensionals that we like to add to our cards. And let's just add a few of these on here. Okay. And we're just going to attach that. Now I'm going to go down here too. right here. Just like that. Now we're going to take our beautiful butterflies here, and I'm going to attach them with just a glue dot here. So I just put one little glue dot on. Sorry if you can hear my dogs trampling around here. I guess the natives are getting restless over here. Not sure why, but one of them is mine. Cooper is mine, and Milo is my granddog, but they're brothers, so they hang out together quite often here in my craft room. There's that one, and one last little butterfly. I'm going to put that one here. And then I'm going to grab the bling, which I forgot. Oh, here it is. So the package of bling you'll get is called the Riverside Irregular Pearls. And this is an online exclusive set of pearls. And they're very pretty. And it all really coordinates quite well with all of this paper. So we thought this was a great addition to add for these cards, just because of how well they coordinated. So let's see. Let's go ahead and put one here, one there, and I'm going to move one. See, these kind of have a purplish tint, so these are going to go great. And one right there. Okay, there's that. Now we're going to just flip this over, just like that, and then let's go ahead and attach our inside piece. And we'll put that right here. And then we can go ahead and close this up and burnish it. Just like that. Wasn't that quick and simple? And just think, you could make one out of every color and come up with a little gift set to give your neighbor, your coworker, or something. You'd have one of each one of these colors, and look how bright and springy that would be, all those colors in there. I love it. I love how this one turned out. I mean, I really liked this one when I made it. I pulled in the yellow because I hadn't used that, but I like how this came out. Pulling in this lighter piece to coordinate with it. Beautiful. All right. Well, thank you for joining me today. And if you have any questions, or if you need a catalog, or if you want more information on the East Meets West Creativity Kit, or any of the classes I offer, please do not hesitate to reach out and contact me. And I look forward to seeing you all again on Thursday at 1 o'clock. And I will be showcasing this bundle again. So I got to get to work and come up with a new design. Anyway, see you all on Wednesday. Bye. Sorry, see you all on Thursday at 1, not Wednesday. Thursday at 1. Bye, guys.